Just looked at his book today. Get it. It's great. But my first introduction to the Mahdi was in Jerusalem with Jane Araf, who is the Baghdad anchor woman for CNN at that time. Jane was standing in front of this mosque that you see, and it was decorated like a Christmas tree. And she didn't know what she was seeing. And in the streets of Karbala were 1.5 million Shiite Muslims from all over the world celebrating the birth of the Mahdi, which they do yearly. However, Saddam Hussein had stopped this from happening through his entire regime in Iraq. And now that Saddam was out of the way, no longer in power, the Shiites could come and celebrate this for the first time in many, many years, maybe 35. And she mentioned this, and I knew a little bit about the Mahdi at the moment. So I went to Google. I love technology. Thank God for cyberspace, even with all of the dangers. You can find out things in 30 seconds. And I went and Googled Mahdi +sign Osama. I got 9,500 hits, websites that think that Osama bin Laden is the Mahdi. And I just did this 3 days ago, preparing for this lecture, did it again, came back with 419,000 hits. Big change, big change. Things are going on. And what I found in 2004, I found myself in the middle of a document when I clicked on the first link there. And of course, it's putting me where the Mahdi and Osama exist in the same sentence. And I pressed the print button, and 450 pages later, I had this book by Ayatollah Ibrahim Amini, who is a member of the Assembly of Experts, or the religious governing body of Iran. And this is the authoritative book on the Mahdi of Shiite Islam in Iran. Now, go ahead. The book was translated from Persian into English by this man, Dr. Abdulaziz Sakhdina, professor of religious studies at the University of Virginia. Now, can you read what he says there? This gives me enormous satisfaction for having realized the task that I undertook as a statement of my personal faith. Now, I read 450 pages that this man wrote, and the hair on the back of my neck was standing on end, and I'm thinking, Christians know nothing about this personage that is supposed to come out of hiding and be the key signal to Islam across the world that it's time to wage the final war that will leave Islam as the last standing religion on the face of the earth. And I wrote the book for the education of the church, because what the church doesn't know can hurt them more than they imagine.